when kids are young, they don't necessarily comprehend everything.
Right.
So it can get a little freaky.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more.
You know, we formed a relationship and we used to talk and chop it up, and so I want to fly you out to Houston.
His managers just came up to my dad and said, Drake loves the show, come to his show tonight. Drake? He wants to see me?
And what a time.
Drake is trending again, like he ever left. And let's just say that Kendrick shadow, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, what's this wild talk about an affair and even jail time? Ever since Kendrick Lamar put Drake on blast for his so-called interest in younger company, the internet has been side-eyeing him hard. His reputation took a hit. And now, the latest bombshell is reigniting the whole controversy. People are digging into his connection with Millie Bobby Brown, and let's just say, the whispers are loud. According to sources and all the chatter online, there's a major timeline issue at play. And if you thought that was messy, oh, just wait. Because the real shocker? There's word from insiders that Drake might be facing legal trouble over this same situation. Yeah, you heard that right. Jail time is on the table. If true, this could be one of the biggest scandals hip-hop has seen in years. Now, let's rewind a bit. This all started with one of the most intense rap beefs of the modern era, Drake versus Kendrick. At first, it was all bars and beats, no low blows, just rap. But Drake? He crossed a line. And if you're gonna spark a war, you better be ready for the smoke. Because Kendrick? Oh, he was ready! And trust me, we're about to break it all down. But remember, I'm just here to report. Don't come for the messenger. How do you step into a rap battle knowing you got a closet full of secrets just waiting to be aired out? That's the question everyone's asking about Drake right now. Because let's be real, he broke the unwritten rap rule by getting personal first, and Kendrick? Oh, he did not hold back. That's how we got Not Like Us, a track that didn't just take shots. It straight up accused Drake of having a thing for young girls more than music. And Kendrick wasn't just talking. He threw in a warning telling Drake to be careful. And now, well, let's just say someone's looking at possible jail time. Now, let me be clear. I'm not laughing, but you gotta admit this situation is wild. And no, I don't take sides. But when Kendrick put out those accusations, the internet went into a frenzy because suddenly, certain things started clicking into place. The biggest red flag, Drake's old connection with Millie Bobby Brown. See, Drake and Millie's so-called friendship started when she was young. And we're talking way back in 2018, when she herself revealed their close bond on the red carpet. She gushed about how they were really good friends, how she loved him, and even called him a great role model. Now, sure, those words might seem innocent at first, but let's be real. A 33-year-old being besties with a 14-year-old? That's a head-scratcher. They weren't family, so what was the bond really about? But here's where things got even messier. Millie went on to say they talked a lot, even about boys. And the internet? Oh, they did not let that slide. Now, with all this resurfacing, it's looking real bad for Drake. And if these rumors about legal trouble are true, he's in deeper than anyone thought. Now, let's all take a step back and ask the real question. What business does a 33-year-old man have talking to a 14-year-old girl about boys? That's not just weird. It's straight up unsettling. And honestly, I think Millie was just too young and innocent to see the issue. But here's where things get even more questionable. She also admitted that Drake used to text her saying he missed her, and she'd respond the same way. Now, tell me, how is the internet not supposed to raise an eyebrow at that? This is exactly why folks had no problem believing Kendrick when he aired it all out. Because seriously, what is that behavior? And to make things even worse, there are old videos of Millie just casually spilling details about their friendship like it was nothing, giving the world a front row seat to whatever was really going on. Now, while this part isn't confirmed, the whispers online have been getting louder. People are saying Drake was allegedly flying Millie out without parental supervision, taking her on private yachts, and acting like she was more than just a friend. And if there's any truth to that, oh, this situation is messier than we thought. And just when you think it can't get any worse, there's more. Because let's be real, when you start connecting the dots, the whole situation starts looking way more suspect. People have already been side-eyeing Drake for the Millie Bobby Brown situation, but that's not the only time he's been linked to much younger girls. Oh yeah, the internet never forgets. Let's talk about how similar accusations have popped up before. Remember Bella Harris? The model who was reportedly just 18 when Drake was allegedly whining and dining her in private? And let's not even get started on the resurfaced stories about Billie Eilish, who also once mentioned how Drake used to randomly hit her up when she was underage. Now, before the stands come running, let's be clear. Drake himself has never admitted to anything inappropriate. But when you put all these little pieces together, it's not looking good. And this is exactly why Kendrick's diss hit so hard. Because he didn't just throw random shots. He pointed out a pattern. A pattern that, when put under the spotlight, has a lot of people wondering what's really been going on behind the scenes. And if the latest whispers about legal trouble are true, whew, this might be the biggest downfall the rap game has ever seen. And just when you think this situation couldn't spiral any further, the heat keeps turning up. Because let's be real, when Kendrick put that spotlight on Drake, he wasn't just throwing wild accusations. He was connecting dots that a lot of people had already been whispering about for years. See, it's not just Millie Bobby Brown, Billie Eilish, or Bella Harris. People are now digging deep into Drake's past, and what they're finding? Oh, it's messy. Old clips, resurfaced interviews, and way too many receipts are being pulled out. And the narrative? It's looking real bad for Drake. And now? The internet is in full detective mode, questioning everything. Those lyrics, those past relationships, those cryptic references in his music, it's all getting re-examined. And let's just say, some of it does not help his case. But here's the real kicker. There are rumors swirling that Drake has been lawyering up behind the scenes. If there was nothing to worry about, why the sudden legal moves? Some sources claim he's trying to keep certain things under wraps, while others are speculating that this situation might actually be bigger than anyone realizes. And if that's the case, Drake might not just be fighting for his career. He might be fighting for his freedom. Now, with all this chaos unfolding, Drake is staying real quiet. But silence? Oh, that only makes the internet dig deeper. Because let's be real, if you had nothing to hide, wouldn't you be shutting these rumors down ASAP? Instead, he's out here moving real strategic, and the streets are talking. Word is, his legal team is already in full damage control mode. Some sources claim they're scrambling to scrub certain things from the internet, while others are saying they're prepping. Because if this turns into a full-blown case, Drake's empire might not survive the fallout. And let's not forget, this isn't just about public opinion anymore. If law enforcement gets involved, oh, this could go way beyond Twitter rumors. And that's what's got everyone watching real closely. Because if even one of these accusations sticks, it won't just be his reputation on the line. It'll be his freedom. Meanwhile, Kendrick is sitting real pretty right now. He dropped Not Like Us, sent the internet into a frenzy, and now, he doesn't even have to say another word. The streets are already running with the narrative. And Drake? He's out here looking shaky. And with all this legal talk heating up, it's looking like this battle might not just end in the rap game, it might end in court. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse for Drake, the internet keeps uncovering more. Because at this point, it's not just about Kendrick's diss anymore. It's about the trail of receipts that people are piecing together. And let's just say, it's not looking good. See, while Drake has been busy staying quiet, the whispers have been getting louder. Screenshots, old interviews, and even past lyrics are being analyzed like never before. And what people are noticing? A whole lot of questionable patterns that were hiding in plain sight this entire time. But here's the real bombshell. There's word that certain big names in the industry are starting to distance themselves from Drake. You know how it goes. When allegations start swirling, people start jumping ship. And if the industry turns its back on him, oh, that's career-ending type of damage. And let's not ignore the fact that his legal team is still working overtime. Some sources claim there's a push behind the scenes to shut things down before they get even worse. But at this point, the internet isn't letting this one slide. Now, with all this pressure, the real question is, will Drake finally speak on the situation? Or is he staying silent because he knows that one wrong word could send everything crashing down? At this point, Drake's silence is starting to speak louder than anything he could say. Because when the pressure is this heavy, staying quiet? Oh, that just makes it look way worse. And the internet? It's not letting up at all. See, this isn't just some random Twitter drama anymore. This is starting to feel like the beginning of something way bigger. And if the whispers about legal trouble turn out to be true, oh, best believe this could be one of the biggest scandals hip-hop has ever seen. But here's where it gets even crazier. Some reports are claiming that behind the scenes, Drake is desperately trying to control the damage. Rumors are flying that certain blogs and media outlets are being persuaded to downplay the situation. And let's not forget, Drake has connections. He's one of the biggest artists in the world, and with that kind of power, oh, you know he's got people working overtime to clean this up. But the problem is, the internet never forgets. And the more people dig, the worse it gets. Old interviews, past comments, and even his own lyrics are all being picked apart. And what's coming up? It's making folks question everything. So now the real question is, does Drake have a way out of this? Or is this the beginning of a downfall that nobody saw coming? Now let's be real. At that age, Millie Bobby Brown was way too young to understand what was best for her. That so-called friendship, it should have never happened. And when you look at all the clips of her fangirling over Drake, a lot of people believe he took full advantage of that. What do y'all think? Because even though Millie defended their bond, something about it just doesn't sit right. And let's be honest, if there was nothing to question, why hasn't Drake done anything to shut these rumors down? And this isn't even the first time people have side-eyed Drake over this type of situation. Let's talk about what went down in 2010. A concert moment that's aging real badly. He brought a young female fan on stage, played along with the crowd, and after a little back and forth, he found out she was 17. Now, a normal response? A simple goodbye. But Drake? Oh, he kept going, even cracking jokes about her body. And at that time, he was 22. Still way too old for that to be funny. But it doesn't stop there, because Drake has other connections that have raised major eyebrows, including his alleged history with Bella Harris. Now, Bella was 18 when she and Drake were linked, but here's where it gets messy. Sources claim he was already keeping tabs on her since she was 16, and as soon as she turned 18, that's when he allegedly made his move. So at this point, it's not about one situation, it's about a pattern. And if the rumors are true, Drake has a lot to answer for. I completely see why people are siding with Kendrick on this one. Because when you look at the history, the receipts, and the way Drake is moving, it's not looking good. Speaking of Kendrick and this whole rap war, Drake actually tried to clear the air by dropping The Heart Part 6. In it, he explicitly rapped, "Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice and no teenagers." But guess what? The internet wasted no time pulling up old videos of him doing exactly that. Looking twice, especially at Millie. And now, folks are calling it out. Why even bring up Millie at all if there was never an issue to begin with? Some are saying this is basically an indirect admission of guilt because Kendrick never even named Millie specifically. He just accused Drake of preferring them young. So, why is Drake so pressed to deny that part? And let's not forget, this ain't even the first time Drake's name has been tied to Millie in a song. Back in 2023, he had bars about her in For All the Dolls, subtly addressing this exact same controversy. So at this point, people don't know what to believe. But one thing is for sure. It's gonna be real hard for Drake to climb out of this mess. And now, with Millie Bobby Brown officially married, it makes it even weirder looking back. Because seriously, what grown man has this much history being friends with teenage girls? It's just too suspicious. But hey, I'm just here to report the facts. Now I need to hear from y'all. What do you think? Is this all just internet speculation, or is there something deeper going on here? Drop a comment and let me know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share to keep the conversation going. I'll see y'all in the next one.